So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Lisa Beckletoldt, and I am the Clearinghouse Program Director. I'm here today with Marcella Flanagan, the Clearinghouse Ambassador. Marcella, would you like to say hi?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here.
And you may notice that there are additions to the Clearinghouse team. I'm happy to announce the EdReady team is now housed under the Clearinghouse department at MTDA, and we have some amazing plans that will roll out in the next 6 months. We look forward to sharing them with you in the future. We also have Kristen Cole here, who is our operations manager working behind the scenes. The goal of our webinar is to be short and informative with time for you to have questions at the end. So let's get started. First thing we wanted to do is give you a quick overview of the departments before jumping into the catalog itself. I want to quickly show you how the Clearinghouse fits into the larger MTDA ecosystem. MTDA supports schools in a variety of ways, from original credit courses and flexible pathway options in our core program, to a full suite of digital resources in the Clearinghouse, and AI support and innovation through our Frontier Learning Lab. MTDA can provide a full spectrum of support for K-12 public schools in Montana. Probably the most important thing to know is that schools don't have to figure this out on their own, and often the best solution is a combination of supports. So I'm going to hand this off to Marcella, who will talk to you about the catalog. Marcella?
Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, so like Lisa said, I'm going to show you how to use that catalog to support you and your school. We know right now a lot of schools are looking for solutions, especially as you reflect on this past school year and prepare for next. And so the MTDA catalog is designed to help you find what you are looking for your school's unique needs. We've heard schools say they're maybe looking for something for advisory to keep, have something different for their students to do. Maybe you lost a teacher this year, or you don't have a teacher coming next year, or maybe you have students finishing early, you're looking for some differentiated activities or customized learning paths. We have a lot of schools asking for CPE options. And so the way the catalog works best is when you approach it with this problem solving or as a problem solving toolkit rather than just a list of courses. So you're not looking for stuff, right? You're looking for solutions. So we're here today to help you kind of use the catalog as a tool as you're looking for these solutions. And I'm going to show you that catalog in a moment, but before we do, I want you to think about a need that you're trying to solve. So whether you're here live today, thank you for being here, or watching this recording, think to yourself, what is it that your school or your teachers or your students need? So stop and think for a moment, and then come at it from that perspective. This is really the mindset shift to have when you use the catalog. That way, instead of scrolling endlessly, looking at all the options, which are great, you have this mission in mind. And then you can apply filters to it, like the grade band you're looking for, the duration of the course or the resource, the cost or implementation style. All of that you can customize for your needs. And from there, oftentimes you'll land in the Clearinghouse, and we have digital learning resources, which are typically shorter, they're flexible, they're self-paced, which you'll find, or you'll find the digital content platforms, which is our full year curriculum options that have core and electives that are built in Canvas for your face-to-face teachers to use. So once you find that right fit, implementation is going to be a lot easier. So I'm going to navigate to the catalog in a moment here and show you that. But before I do, I want to show you on the screen. So here I'm at the mtda.org, and you will go to course catalog. And I'm going to even pause for a minute here. So if you are watching this recording or you're watching live, if you want to put a tab up and go here with me, you can. So go to course catalog. You'll see this pop up. This is our catalog. And if you want to look at a list view, I find this to be helpful. You can click the this little list view symbol, and you'll see it like this with all the options there. And then now is the time where I'm going to go actually to the website and walk you through that again. So I'm sharing this tab again. So I'm here at the MTA MTA website. I went to the course catalog, and takes a second to load. You'll see here the tiles. I'm going to go to list view there, and I'm going to show you right now that if you are going to use this search bar here, this is if you know the exact course you're looking for. So you can put a course name there to find it. But today we're talking about how to use the search bar, or not the what's the word I'm looking for here? The the filters is the word I'm looking for to help find what you need. So we're going to look at some different examples or situations to help you use this here. So I'm going to go back to the slide deck to give you different scenarios that you might have at your school, and then how to use those filters. All right, so the first scenario we have, let's say that you're just looking for something for advisory. This is really common right now at the end of the school year. What are your kids going to do right now? And it's the best time to let them have some choices that fit their interests, their needs. And so when you're looking for something like this, you would find our digital learning resources. I'm going to go back into that course. I'm toggling a lot today, so I have to remember to share tabs instead. I'm going to go into Program. I'm going to click Clearinghouse. And then under Terms, I want to click Digital Learning Resources, because those are self-paced, different links. And then if you wanted to look at prices or format, you can. But today, I'm just going to go to Departments, and we have short courses here. I'm going to apply the filters, and then you see all of our options of our digital learning resources, variety of links, all self-paced. And these are all great options to use. You know, it could be used in your classroom to complement your curriculum, in your advisory. Most of these are no cost, so an easy option end of the school year or throughout the year to complement curriculum. All right, stop there. If you have questions, we're going to put them, write them down so we can answer them at the end. I'm going to go back to the slide deck to look at a different scenario. And then if I ever am not showing the right screen, let me know. Stop and let me know. I think right now you're looking at the right thing, the slide deck. All right, next scenario. This is unfortunately very common, but let's say you have some staffing shortage next year, maybe a brand new teacher, or maybe you're just looking for some consistency across the school, all sections. It's a full year Canvas-based curriculum can help with that. And we have our digital content and platforms. We have these for core, all the core, and many electives for high school and middle school. This is where your face-to-face teachers still have that control and flexibility, but they're not building everything from scratch. This is especially helpful in a blended classroom, right? Because we have pacing, differentiation, and organization that can be built into this structure. So if this is your current situation and you're looking for this solution, this is how you will find your options in the catalog. So I'm navigating again to that catalog. So if you have your tab up, go ahead and navigate now to that catalog. I'm going to use that filter system. So I'm in Clearinghouse, but instead of the digital learning resources, I'm going to click digital content platforms. And then for me, I'm not going to do prices or format, but I want to unclick short courses here. Now, for the purpose of the example, I'm not going to select a certain department, but for you, if you wanted to look at just for language arts or just math or any of our electives, you can do that. But first, I'm just going to apply filters so you see that we have all core and so many electives available for you, for your teachers to use in their classroom in a blended format. But let's say you're looking just for science DCP courses, apply filters, and now you can find all of our DCP options, and that's middle school and high school DCP options. All right, I'm going to navigate back to that screen, the slide deck. There we go. Okay, and again, if you have questions, jot them down so we can answer them at the end. The final scenario we're going to look at today, and there's so many scenarios, so always reach out to us at support@mtda.org if we don't, if you can't find what you need. But something that I hear a lot from schools is you're looking for more career exploration, more CTE options for all your students. And so I'm going to show you how you can look at our catalog to find all the options we have available for you. So navigating back to that catalog. Here we are. I'm going to unselect the ones I already had. We're still in the clearinghouse. And these are going to be, if you could do both. You could do digital content and platform or digital learning resources, whether you want your face-to-face teachers to use it or you want self-paced options with your face-to-face teachers, but they don't have the control. And then under departments, we have, if I can find them, all these CTE. I'm going to select all of them just so you see the wide range that we offer and apply filters, but you can change that to fit your needs. Currently, as I'm looking at this, I see both self-paced options that don't have this DCP there, like our vendor accounting or 4Ps of marketing with active learning labs, but we also see the DCP options where your teacher is in that Canvas course and they can manipulate the content to use it as their curriculum in their classroom. Both options are there. If you want only one of those, I only want the digital learning resources, I'm going to unselect DCP, apply filters. And there we go. We see all of our digital learning resources available for your teachers to use in their classroom to complement their curriculum. All right, I'm going to navigate back to that slide deck. All right. In that, I want to point out too, while you're looking at the catalog, you can look at course descriptions and the syllabus. And so I have this here on this slide deck, but actually I'm going to show you because it's easier here. If you do want to look at more information, you can select the title of the course. You'll see the description there, and the syllabus is always linked here in that from that course title. So that's how you find out more information. And then always, you can reach out to support@mtda.org for more information. All right, let's see here. There we go. All right, and then another helpful tip that I have found is to use that export button to have as a PDF for all your options. So once you've done the filtering, you can select export, and then you'll have that PDF. So some admin have used this to share with their teachers or discuss with their admin team, just to sit down and have some paper in front of you and really brainstorm ways that MTDA can support your school. So that's export button is very helpful, and it'll show up looking, well, I can't pull it up with my screen share, but it'll just be a nice little PDF list that you can use. All right. There, it'll look like that. There you go. All right. So one thing that I've noticed that really surprises schools as they're playing with this catalog is just the options that we have. And we have a lot of no-cost options, so you can use that filter to find anything that we have that's no cost. A great option right now as you're closing out the fiscal year. And then also, if you are new to the Clearinghouse, you're learning that we actually have things for your face-to-face teachers to use. We aren't just distance learning anymore, and we have that wraparound blended support. And we also, like I said earlier, we have a lot of modules that are short, so 3 to 6 hours long. Great option now, great option throughout the year, and a lot of Canvas-ready, content-ready, full curriculum for your schools. And then I want to emphasize again that we do have, we're K-12, but we have middle school and high school industry-connected partnerships and for real-world certifications and pathways for your students. All right, that was very fast and furious. As we know, we're 15 minutes in, and I walked through some of the options that you can find solutions for with the catalog. And hopefully you feel empowered to find some solutions. But if you ever have any questions, please reach out to support@mtda.org, and we can help you find that solution. We can walk you through the catalog with you to explore options. We can recommend resources based on your specific needs. And then we can also help think through implementation strategies for your classrooms, especially in that blended format. Sometimes just having a quick conversation saves schools hours, right, of searching. So let us help you. And then we always like to encourage schools to start small. So don't try to solve everything at once, right? Just identify one challenge for next year. Maybe you're looking for intervention, maybe it's advisory, maybe it's that staffing support, maybe career exploration, or maybe it's that full school adoption of curriculum. From there, let's identify the resources that best fit your goals and your needs. And if you want support after today, reach out to support@mtda.org, or you can set up a consultation with us. We'll make sure to drop that link in the chat at the end of this to book a time. Okay, that brings us to the end of the webinar. This is the last webinar of the 25-26 school year, but stay tuned. We have the MTDA Roundup coming up probably in July, so stay tuned for that information. And if there's anything you'd like to learn more about today, just email us at support@mtda.org. And thank you again for being here. I'm going to pass it on to Lisa, who will close us out.
Thank you, Marcella. And again, don't hesitate to reach out from everyone at the MTDA Clearinghouse team. Thank you for attending and thank you for considering us this year. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a great summer. Thanks.